Good morning. Welcome to Chamber Chat. Chamber Chat is a morning radio show where we chat about the Conroe, Lake Conroe area Chamber of Commerce upcoming events, businesses, and organizations. I am one of the hosts, Courtney Galle, Director of Program Development.
And hi, I'm Samantha Good, Director of Membership Development.
The Chamber is a nonprofit organization with a mission of serving Conroe, Willis, and Montgomery communities to improve economic development and the quality of life. The Chamber is made up of more than 1,000 members of those business communities. The Chamber provides members various monthly networking events, educational seminars, cost-effective marketing opportunities, as well as finds ways to give back to the communities it serves. The Chamber has been in business for 81 years.
The purpose of this show is to inform listeners of the monthly events of the Conroe Chamber and to promote our members. Each month, guests will be brought in to talk about what is happening at the Chamber and get the inside scoop about our members, what they do, and what has made their company successful. I hope you have your cup of coffee or something else this morning because we have a great lineup.
You have cider.
I have cider.
Cider.
Yes, my
I have
cider.
coffee. Yeah. And so we just discovered that this is our anniversary?
It's our anniversary.
Yeah. Sam and I have been doing it for a year.
Cheers. We made it through a whole year.
Woo! Chamber Chat. Hashtag Chamber Chat, or I saw somebody do that. You can't see
hashtag.
it. You can't. Our listeners can't see it, but I'm doing the hashtag with the finger thing. Yeah.
If you haven't seen Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon's SNL hashtag skit, it's hashtag this, hashtag that. And
I
they
haven't
do
seen that.
the little hands.
I just saw somebody doing it. I was like, oh, hashtag. Okay. I'm not really a hashtag person. There's people who overdo the hashtags too. Yes.
Like
That's
you
a good
guys?
question for Nathan. No.
Okay.
We don't overdo hashtags.
I might. Sometimes.
Well, our first guest today is Nathan with Montgomery County Lifestyle.
Hey,
Welcome.
how are you?
Hi, Nathan. How
Thanks
are you?
for joining us.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yay.
Y'all have some very interesting coffee there.
We do.
We do. Mm-hmm.
Cider and coffee. We're
Yeah.
creative this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cheers.
In our controversial red Starbucks cups.
Yeah, it's not Christmas enough. Red and green. Whatever. Let's pick another topic to be more controversial about than a red and green cup, right?
Did the red and green cup have anything to do with climate change?
It might.
Possibly.
Little inside joke from before. Well, we're glad to have you here with us today. Why don't you tell us and our audience a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a Texan.
Yay!
I am from Houston, Texas.
Yay!
I moved up here and went to school at Conroe High School and graduated.
Oh,
From
fantastic.
Conroe High School.
I didn't know you graduated from Conroe High.
I graduated from Conroe High School. I won't tell you when because it was like a whole long time ago. I know what you're thinking. I don't look that old, but hey, I might start picking up Social Security pretty soon.
No.
It's a good thing.
If there's any left.
It's a good thing
Yeah,
there's radio.
yeah, if there's
Oh,
any
you're
left.
going to get controversial, aren't you?
Oh, apparently.
Well, it's a good thing it's radio because I do have a face made for radio.
Oh, gosh.
But anyway, and so I'm a Conroe boy. I'm a Montgomery County boy. Moved around with a company that I worked for 16 years, and it was time to come home. So my wife and I decided it was time to come home, be near my family, and dive into the community, be part of the community.
How long ago did you guys move back to the Conroe area?
Late 2013.
Oh, okay. So not that long ago.
Not that long ago. Nope, not at all.
Oh.
And one of the first persons I met that made me feel at home was that handsome man right over there, Mr. Dick Schissler.
Woo woo. Hashtag Dick Schissler, Lone Star Radio.
Handsome man.
He's very effervescent
Hashtag
as well.
handsome man.
Handsome man.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Hashtag effervescent man. Yes. So anyway, and then I just like being involved in the community. I've always been in some form of retail, some form of sales, whether it's restaurant. I worked for CarMax for 16 years, training, recruiting, stuff like that. So that's what I do. I help small businesses promote themselves, network, help people get out and build relationships because that's what it's about. It's not just about having a business and advertising. It's about being a part of the community. It's about being in the community. And then that way you build a name for yourself. Therefore,
Right.
you build a name for your company.
Well, fantastic. Why don't you tell us? I know you're very involved with the community. Why don't you tell us about some of the organizations you're involved with?
Well, there's a few that are close to my heart, and then there's those that are just good for the community. quite honestly, there's a lot of people that reach out to me, and there's a lot that reach out to me that I wish I could get involved with, but there's just too many. But for example, Chad Patterson's organization, Heather works for him over Crisis Assistance Center, used to be Montgomery County Emergency Assistance. They do phenomenal things.
Yes, they do.
Yes, so they're not just giving a hand out; they're trying to give a hand up, and they're trying to train and teach, and they're trying to get somebody from $8 an hour to $9 to $10 to $11 to be able to be self-sufficient. So I try to get involved with them as much as I can as far as promoting any events. Heather and I recently did a silly little video in their cupboard because they were running out of food, and it was silly, and I was goofy, and I was corny, and she was embarrassed, but within 24 hours, we had hundreds and hundreds of views.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how many people it touched to actually get up and go take food to, but we saw that it reached a lot of people. So awareness, if nothing else.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And then just a lot of the organizations that deal with kids. Angel Reach.
That's a great
Montgomery County
organization.
Youth Services.
Yes.
CISD Project Mentors, very special to my heart. Angela Gentry over there runs that for Conroe School District. I've been lucky enough to be a mentor, so I try to promote when they have things going on or needs. And
Our own Gina Mitchell's a mentor, too.
Yeah, she is. Yes.
Hashtag
She loves
Gina Mitchell, mentor.
hashtag Project Mentor, hashtag
Right.
Get Involved.
Right.
I hope everyone out there in Radio Land is
Yeah, they're
enjoying
probably like, "Oh my
our
gosh,
hashtags.
Stop it with the hashtags.
Yes, if you're a Jimmy Fallon fan, go Google, go YouTube, Google whatever, Jimmy Fallon, Justin Timberlake hashtag.
Hashtags.
And
It's
you'll
way more
understand what
entertaining
we're
than
doing.
we are, I promise you.
Hey, I think we're entertaining.
But also the Conroe High School, and as time grows, as I can, Montgomery County lifestyle can grow and we can get more people involved, we'd like to promote the youth. We did a lot of promotion for the football season, the Golden Girls, the cheerleaders, the football team, because dadgummit, that's our youth, and this is their time to shine. This is their time to have fun and to be the spotlight. And a whole lot of moms and grandmas and aunts and uncles all across the country love to see little pictures of Johnny and Susie and things like that. You're laughing.
No, it's true. Parents love seeing photos of their kids and
definitely.
all sorts of things. Like if you have kids involved, that's going to get you definitely people involved and love seeing like that. So it's
You think she was smiling because she wants more pictures of her, so people can comment about her on Facebook?
Yes.
Yes. So they need to go to, everybody out there listening needs to go to Facebook, type in Samantha Good, that's Good, and you can see, well, you know what, can't they go to Lone Star Internet Radio Facebook page and see Courtney and Samantha?
I'm doing it right now.
I think what it is Samantha just needs a little extra love today.
Oh.
Yeah.
I might be regretting inviting Nathan on the radio this morning.
You might be.
This might be.
It's a good thing Boudreaux's not here.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, Boudreaux. I didn't invite
He
him.
might be here soon, I'm guessing. Didn't I tell him the radio show started at noon?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
That's why
He'll be here later.
he's tucked away in his little bag over there.
Well, why don't you tell us some more about what Montgomery County Lifestyle does and what Montgomery County Lifestyle is?
Well, we originally were going to be more small business focused, and we are. But we had a lot of technical issues building the websites, getting some of the smaller businesses involved, using the .coms as our platform.
Okay.
We just, for whatever reason, just ran into different issues with some different technology partners, let's say. So that kind of forced us to move over to social media, which really has been great. I mean, it's grassroots. It's here.
Yeah.
Somebody in another part of the country or the world can still find out about a small business here, but it's a fantastic way for Courtney to find out about Samantha, for a small business to promote themselves to their local group, for people to share, to go into the brick and mortar store or to shop online.
Right.
So that's what we've switched to. We're in the process of moving forward and really pushing the small businesses, marketing the small businesses. Perfect example, Courtney and Samantha, you both know that All-Star Catering just celebrated 10 years in business.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Happy birthday, All-Star.
Yeah, Don and Catering Cody. How you doing, guys? You better be listening.
They better.
Yeah, if not, you go to the, what is it called, the archive?
Yes, the archive. And it's on our e-blast every Tuesday. A link to it.
But we just celebrated their 10-year anniversary there at the Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
It was at business after hours, so hopefully a lot of Chamber members were able to come.
We had
be
a
part of
great
it.
turnout
It
that
was
night.
big.
Really
Yes,
nice.
yes,
It was
it was
very
great. And there was candied bacon. You missed it if you were not there.
Candied bacon along with champagne.
Crack.
Yes.
Candy bacon. Yes. I call it crack. It's so good. Oh my God. I
How
love
many
it.
pieces did you have?
Less than 10. Not more than 5.
Did you take any home?
I didn't. I should have.
I can
took
see her
some.
stuffing her pockets with it.
I saw her afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you.
But that was great. I mean, we did, one of the things that we like to do, and that's been successful for us, and, that's I got to give God the credit for that, because a good circle of friends, a good circle of influence that I've been able to be a part of and cultivate, and it rolled into that. We did a couple of little videos promoting it, and, they were fun. Silly, but not too corny, but lighthearted. And, man, I tell you what, within 24 hours, we had about 500 views and about 20-something shares.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's great.
a
That
lot
is
of people were
fantastic.
sharing. And that's the trick. Each small business share another small business's promotion.
Right.
Conroe Coffee shares something about All-Star Catering. All-Star Catering sees that Conroe Coffee's got an event. Share it. Everybody take care of each other. And that's the small business community. Because small business built America. It's not the
Right.
big, gigantic. It's not the government.
Right.
It's Lone Star Radio. It's Conroe Coffee. It's All-Star Catering. And then you guys, not just because you're sitting here, I got to give you hands, a high five. The Chamber brings those businesses together. Hopefully the Chamber members get involved and meet each other and build that relationship.
Exactly. That's the
big
key
thing.
to the Chamber is if you're not getting out and meeting people, you're not getting the maximum benefits in the Chamber. Because we can't guarantee that as a Chamber that by joining you're going to increase your business. But we can guarantee that we'll give you an environment to where you can grow your business.
Right. That's a great point. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can join the Chamber all day long and put a little sign in your window, and what's that going to bring you?
Right.
Nothing.
Some warm fuzzies.
That and $17 to buy you a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
You brought me some cider.
Yeah, well, hey, there you
Chamber
go.
works.
I don't bring everybody cider.
No.
But it's getting
So
involved.
don't join for a free cup of cider. Sorry.
So just the hashtag effervescent, hashtag handsome,
Yes,
hashtag
just I only
Big
bring
Schissler.
exactly
Yes.
to hashtag handsome man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know. That's just kind of what we do. I mean, there's kind of more to it, but it's not rocket science. And unfortunately, a lot of people try to make it rocket science, and a lot of people are scared and nervous, and they don't just get involved. They don't get going. They don't just step out, leap of faith, and give the community something for free. Give the community some knowledge, some information that'll help their life. And then, oh yeah, by the way, they remember that you did it, so they will come do business with you.
Right. Well, tell our audience how they can find Montgomery County Lifestyle before we go on a break.
Heck of a deal. Montgomery County Lifestyle on Facebook. We are currently going to be revamping all the .coms, all the websites, so we're not using that platform right now. Montgomery County Lifestyle is the daddy, and then we've broken the county up into 6 areas. You've got Conroe City Limits.
Okay.
You've got New Caney City Limits, the Woodlands City Limits. You've got Willis City Limits, Magnolia City Limits, and Montgomery City Limits.
Okay.
Right.
And those are each geographical area that also has a Facebook page where we're promoting small businesses, organizations. So go like it. Go like it so you can see what's new. Go like those pages so you can see what's coming up.
And if they want to contact you, they can contact you through Facebook then?
Facebook is the best way. Nathan at MontgomeryCountyLifestyle.com is my
there you go.
email.
Yeah.
And phone number as well, too.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really enjoyed learning all about what you do, and we thank you for what you do for the Chamber and for all
Yes.
the small businesses in the area, especially for the Chamber.
Yes,
So-
and we look forward to
Yes.
working with you as the future goes
Yes.
forward. We're very excited
Yeah,
for
so-
this partnership to go
Yeah,
forward.
so look out for more stuff.
More
Yes.
stuff. Montgomery
Yeah.
County Lifestyle and Conroe Chamber. Wait, let's say it properly. The Conroe
Lake Conroe,
Conroe
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber
we might
of
have to
Commerce.
have a chamber name training after
so.
this radio show with Nathan.
We will be right back with Chamber Chat.
Doing business since 1985, Assistance League of Montgomery County is a nonprofit, all-volunteer organization where all proceeds stay in Montgomery County. Through our Operation School Bell program, we have provided new clothes to over 50,000 students in our county. Visit our thrift shop at 126 North San Jacinto Street in downtown Conroe or call us at 936-760-1151. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
I'm Andrea Kolsky.
And I'm Heather Hall.
You may have heard of Justice Being Blind.
But what about being blonde?
In our show, Justice is Blonde, we talk about what's going on in Montgomery County at the courthouse behind the scenes.
Hey, Andrea, don't forget about Harris County, too.
And honestly, Heather, nationwide, we cover it all.
Airing every Friday at 11 a.m., you can send in your burning questions to our email, justicesblonde.lonestar@gmail.com.
Or they can look us up on Facebook at Justice is Blonde.
Or they could even call in to the station at 936-647-3776. Although we are discussing the law, we're trying to keep it fun, and we have some awesome guests.
So tune in Friday for some legal fun, laughter, and an hour with the Blanchirage.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that texting and talking on the phone while driving are not only dangerous, but also illegal in school zones and other posted areas. Drive safely and alert.
Hi, this is BJ Orner from Montgomery County Performing Arts Society. I'm here to remind you to get your tickets now for all the upcoming events that McPass has to offer. All shows will be held at the beautiful Crichton Theater in downtown Conroe. Call 936-441-7469 for your tickets today, or go to our website, www.mcpass.org, for more information. Hope to see you at the show.
Welcome back to Chamber Chat. Our next guest today is Terri Jaggers with Orphan Care Solutions and the Montgomery County CPS Board. Welcome, Terri.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
We are glad that you could join us today.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, first of all, we would love to hear a little bit more about you. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, okay, that's a pretty open-ended.
It is yes. Quite open-ended, so you can tell us anything you want us to know.
Oh, great. Well, my heart has been involved in foster care issues since I was 4 years old and was placed in foster care. And my life has been under a deep-seated understanding in my heart that to whom much is given, much is required. And so for me, my experiences in foster care have been great experiences that have allowed me to trumpet the needs of our community's orphans and children that are abused in the system. I have also, my husband and I have been married for 30 plus years, and we have raised 26 foster children. We have adopted 5 children, and I'm now a professor at Sam Houston State University, and work with foster care issues and work with the students in their future in education, and I'm pretty well involved in lots of cool things.
It definitely sounds like it. That is amazing, Terri.
That is. It reminds me, I was listening over the weekend, I guess, to an archived radio show from Michael Berry. And they were talking about fostering and adoption and all that kind of stuff. It was very heartwarming.
Well, you know, this is a really heartwarming time of year because November is National Adoption Month, so during November, Montgomery County and Harris County and surrounding counties have engaged in a national and local effort to encourage adoption, but also to celebrate families that have adopted. And in Montgomery County, we did 28 children's adoptions in one day here the week before Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's awesome. That is amazing.
Yeah, and so it's pretty cool. And then, of course, at Christmas time, we're always working towards, we have the big Christmas, the Gift of a Child Adoption Day in Harris County, which will have about 75 children that are in foster care that will be adopted on December the 17th, all one day. So it's a really cool time for celebration and good things happening for children in our community.
Well, that's great. Why don't you give us a little bit more detail about the organization that you represent and what that does and background and how long y'all been in business and all that good stuff?
Sure. Well, I'm president of Montgomery County Child Protective Services Board, which, as many people know, it's actually two boards. One is the county board that oversees the county disbursements for the children in CPS care, and then there is a nonprofit that is part of that as well. So I'm president of both of those boards. That is a large part of the community involvement comes from nonprofit organizations like CASA and agencies and that work with the child welfare and CPS boards. But the side of it that was missing was the church group, the faith-based community, working with the state. And there's usually a separation. But 2 years ago, Montgomery County led the state of Texas in such a collaboration that's called Orphan Care Solutions of Texas. And Orphan Care Solutions of Texas is the collaboration primarily of churches in the greater Montgomery and North Harris County area of about 100 churches that work towards how do we work in connection with and in effort to provide solutions in our foster care system where the government has failed. We all recognize that the government was never called to care for our community's kids. They're terrible parents, and as much as I respect the investigative responsibilities of CPS, it's very unfortunate that our children have been left in the hands of the government to take care of them, to nurture them while the cases of the families are being resolved. So Orphan Care Solutions has stepped in and has become a real statewide recognized amazing partner in working with DFPS and finding solutions to the problems that are pervasive in the state system. So Orphan Care Solutions targets permanency, which is adoption and permanency for kids. They target normalcy issues, which are things that kids don't get when they're in the state care, things that are important for them to feel like they have normal lives while they're in foster care, whether it's school supplies and Christmas gifts, whether it's birthday presents for their siblings that are not placed with them, whatever the normal things, a Mother's Day gift for their mother that they're not able to be with but they want to give. Provide opportunities for these kids to go on summer camps, do normal activities, even participate in overnight adventures with friends, and even hunting expeditions with if they're old enough and it's prudent for them to be able to do so under right supervision. But things that kids want to learn to do, drive cars, things that heretofore were not possible because the state regulations wouldn't allow it. So Orphan Care Solutions provides help and assistance and solutions in providing normal opportunities for these kids and working with the state. Also, aging out. We have a large number of children in the foster system.
That is a huge problem.
Yeah,
it is huge. You're absolutely right. That are aging out of the system, and our statistics show us that if we don't provide a permanency for them, a sense of direction, they end up as a statistics in sex trafficking, in crime, in victimization situations that we don't want our kids to be there. And as a professor, I've learned that studies show that what used to be maturity level of 18 now takes to be 28 years old before those same soft skills and emotional intelligence quotient skill levels are at the equal level of previous generations of 18. So if you can imagine putting a 18-year-old today on the streets alone and say, here you are, good luck, here's a trash bag of your belongings, and we'll drop you off down in Montrose, and hopefully you'll make a life out of yourself. That's just not possible. These kids are not equipped to maintain society at 18, let alone, our normal kids have a hard time. Just our regular impact families have a hard time. So that's a real issue. So we're tackling that by we've some of the churches have gotten together and have purchased property in Spring that will have. It's a 10,000 square foot house called Hope's Path, and it will be open the first part of 2016.
Oh, wow.
And it will be having 18 young men that will be transitioning in partnership with Lone Star College and Sam Houston State University and several organizations and companies in the community for trade jobs and trade experience, and then life skills with churches that are going to be helping with life skill development, how to balance budgets and stuff. So we're working on many, many projects, and Orphan Care Solutions is the number one collaboration in the state of Texas, and we're really excited about it. It's really done amazing things in our community, but it takes money.
Yes. Everything does, doesn't it? But it sounds like you guys are doing some amazing programs. Foster care and foster kids are something that really is on my heart. And I've worked with an organization called Love Fosters Hope. And
I love them.
They're wonderful.
Yes.
And so I just think it's amazing what y'all are doing, and thank you guys for the services that you are providing to these children. It's amazing.
Yes, definitely.
Well, and thank you for volunteering at Love Fosters Hope. Cindy Miracle, who is the executive director of that program, has been my prayer partner and friend for years. I love her. She does an amazing job with the kids in the summer camp program. We're just so excited that that she's a part of our collaboration, and we're a part of her as well. So good. Thank you for volunteering for them. They're amazing.
You're welcome. That was one of the best things I did with my summer this summer. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I bet. Did you do it for all of the camps, or which camp did you do?
I volunteered. I was a cousin for the girls' camp, and then I was just support staff for the boys' camp. I didn't do Bridge this year, which is for all of our listeners, our camp for the older kids who are in high school. Our girls and boys camps are for kids. I think it's 11 to 15. And so there's a separate girls camp and a boys camp so that they can go to camp for a weekend and just get away and just really be absolutely loved on and get that feeling that they don't get from other places. And there's also a kids camp that's called Royal Family Kids Camp that's a separate weekend. So there's a lot that goes on and a lot of different ways to volunteer and help and get involved. And it's a fantastic, pretty much any organization that deals with foster kids is wonderful, but Love Fosters Hope holds a special place in my heart.
So are you going to be helping out at the Christmas party Saturday?
I was supposed to be out of town, but now I'm going to be in town, so I'm really hoping to.
Okay, so honestly, that is the coolest thing to volunteer for. We have almost 600 foster kids and children that will be at Woods Edge Community Church. We've created the collaboration is hosting at Woods Edge I think it's like the 4th annual or 5th annual Christmas party for the kids. And what's really cool about it is anybody can volunteer. You do have to go to either orphancaresolutions.com website to in their volunteer ops, which will take you directly to Love Fosters Hope's, where all of it is it's linked together. But there's so many kids and there's so many needs for volunteerism. It's a lot of fun. So I seriously encourage, if you are interested in or any listeners, if they're interested in wanting to do something for the Christmas holiday and they really want to get a feel for what it's like to be a part of Montgomery County's collaboration and the efforts in caring for these kids, and they can have one day to do it Saturday. It's a lot of fun.
I've heard wonderful things about the Christmas party in the past, and I also go to Woods Edge, so I know that they are putting a big emphasis on it as well. And then I'm part of Junior League, which one of our organizations or one of our committees is going to be there as well. So there's so many people that are just going to be there loving on those kids, and it's an exciting day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's amazing how many organizations in our community. That's probably the one thing I love about Montgomery County is that it's so different from any other county that everybody works together. The churches, the nonprofits, the DFPS. It's just instead of duplicating things, people work together to be able to give the best, which is great. That's what it should be. We should be working together to give our best to our kids in the community, not everybody doing their own little thing and partially taking care of a small market of people where some people get taken care of in an abundance because they get emphasized in more than one place, and others get completely ignored because they aren't being emphasized. So Montgomery County is a pretty cool thing, which is one of the reasons why the Montgomery County New Year's Eve Ball is so important and why it's such a great thing to do.
That was a great segue. Yes,
because that was our last question for you.
Why don't you tell everyone a little bit more about the event? It sounds fantastic, so we'd love to get the details to them.
Sure. Montgomery County is the only county in Texas that is, or location, city or county, that is hosting an event for New Year's Eve in which all of the proceeds goes to the community itself. So it's a win-win for our community's orphan kids. So it's our community taking care of our community. So it's tax exempt. It's awesome. It's a masquerade ball this year. It is being sponsored by, we have some amazing sponsors. Tom Peacock Cadillac is sponsoring the casino, and there is a 2015 Cadillac that will be given away that night. It's a 24-month lease given away as a casino prize, so somebody there is going to win a Cadillac for 24 months. We have Spirit of Texas Bank, which is sponsoring the fireworks over the lake, and our American Idol singers that will be performing, and there's going to be a live performance over the lake of Auld Lang Syne, and there's a special song. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but the fireworks are all choreographed over the lake to that. And what's neat about those fireworks and what Spirit of Texas Bank has done with Celestial Displays is that they all the fireworks have meaning. So if there's 37 chrysanthemums that are shot out, they represent the 37 nonprofits in the community that work with our children in child welfare.
Fantastic. That
so
definitely
it's all
takes us to
very
another
related to the kids. So there's 972 comets that are thrown out, and those represent the 972 foster children in our community. There'll be one final boom at the end of the fireworks display, which represents the one child that died, and it will finish the display. So it's very beautifully orchestrated and beautifully done. And Spirit of Texas Bank and Celestial Displays have done a great job. La Torretta Resort is an amazing venue to have it at because we have the lake. We're taking over the whole hotel, and they've come in as a full partner, not just a host site. So this is their first year as a full sponsor, a title sponsor with us. So super excited. The event is, you can get information on the event by either looking up Montgomery County New Year's Eve.com or mc-nye.com. But either way, you can pretty much Google anything and get the right place to go to get tickets and information.
Fantastic.
But it's an amazing event, and we're hoping that we sell out and we give away great prizes. And we're going to be celebrating 5 amazing organizations and people from the state of Texas who have done great work in foster care. And one of those happens to be your church, who's getting the Community Legacy Award by the state of Texas, Woods Edge. So that's great.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Yeah.
Go Woods Edge. #yay. Sorry, that was from earlier on our show. We were
hashtagging it.
Yeah. But thank you so much for everything that you guys do.
Terri.
And we so much appreciated having you on the show today. I wish we could have you on longer to talk more about just everything that you guys do and ways for people to get involved. I urge people to go to your website to find out more information. If you wouldn't mind giving everybody out the website that they can go find more information.
Sure. For Orphan Care Solutions, it's just that, orphancaresolutions.com. And if you want New Year's Eve tickets, they're going fast. That would be Montgomery County New Year's Eve.com or mc-nye.com.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Terri. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. I feel very overwhelmed with all of the stuff that she told us about, but what a just, pull your heartstrings for sure.
I knew that aging out of the foster care was a huge problem.
Yeah,
and
you don't really think about that. If you're not involved with it, just like me, who's just not involved with any aspect of it. Yeah, you think about that, about kids.
But I didn't realize that the emotional age of a of an
Yeah.
18-year or that to the 18-year-olds now are not the same as 18-year-olds for years ago.
Right.
Now that same emotional level it takes you to get to 28. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know I wouldn't have been able to go out on my own at 18.
Oh, there's no way.
Coming from where I came from, and so
I'm almost 40, and I don't feel mature. But yeah, that's just something you don't I think everyday people don't think about. So that was a great opportunity to have her on the show to talk about that stuff. So we have one more guest, and we will talk to him when we get back in a few minutes on Chamber Chat.
Our community's animal shelters cannot absorb accidental litters of kittens and puppies. Approximately 80% of the animals entering our shelters will not make it out alive. Please help be a part of the solution. Please spay and neuter your pets. Many low-cost options are available. Visit texaslittercontrol.org to learn more. That's texaslittercontrol.org. And remember, real Texans don't litter. Please spay and neuter your pets.
Lone Star Internet Radio is now bringing you the weekly business hour show each Monday morning at 11 a.m. My name is Rick Schissler, and I will be your host. Each week, we will be bringing you local, area, and national business news that you can use. The program will also feature an interview with a local or national business person who will share their own experiences, successes, and failures in operating their businesses. Our show is for anyone who already owns a business, whether they work solo or have employees, and for those who are thinking about starting their own businesses. A bit of information about myself. Again, my name is Rick Schissler, and I am a Silver Fox advisor who has over 40 years' experience as a serial entrepreneur. As a part of our show, I will offer some advice and encouragement on our monthly topic, and I will take your questions by email at rschissler@silverfox.org or call into the station at 936-647-3776. See you on the radio Monday at 11 a.m. for the weekly business hour.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that drinking and driving do not mix. Drinking and driving causes an alcohol-related fatality every hour in the United States. Stay sober and stay alive.
Doing business since 1985, Assistance League of Montgomery County is a nonprofit, all-volunteer organization where all proceeds stay in Montgomery County. We are proud to sponsor 10 philanthropic programs that enhance the lives of those in our community. Visit our thrift shop at 126 North San Jacinto Street in downtown Conroe or call us at 936-760-1151. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Chamber Chat. We just spoke with Terri Jaggers from Orphan Care Solutions. If you missed that website that she threw out, you can Google Orphan Care Solutions or you can Google Montgomery County New Year's Eve, and you can find more information about their event and their organization. Now we are joined by our next guest, John Stacy with AdviCoach. Welcome to Chamber Chat, John.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Welcome.
Glad to see both of you.
Yes, good to see you too.
Well, John, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, starting with a little bit personally, I've been married 40 years. We just celebrated that with my beautiful wife.
Congratulations.
Thank you. A cruise with 3 other couples to Alaska, so that was wonderful.
Nice.
Alaska's gorgeous.
Yes.
You know, it's beautiful. It's just really hard to explain how beautiful it is. Had a great time, but have 4 kids. And as a matter of fact, we adopted one of them. So the last.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty amazing. She's going to turn 30 this year. So it's been an amazing. And she's a beautiful daughter. So 3 sons, 1 daughter, and 7 grandkids. 4 of them up in Kansas City, and 2 of them in Dallas, and 1 here in the Houston area. So we're really excited to see them, and just. Celebrating Thanksgiving was a lot of fun, and coming up with Christmas will be a joyous occasion.
Will you have all of them in town for Christmas?
No, we will be going up at some point in time to see the kids in Kansas City with 6 of them. It's a little challenging to travel. It's a long drive during Christmas time and weather. So that's really a challenge. So that's kind of me from a personal perspective. I think when you look at me from a business perspective, I've got 40 years of experience in a lot of different areas, including finance, operations, manufacturing, and supply chain, and a little bit of sales. And over the years, I've had significant experience building teams, and really with a focus on integration, process standardization, and optimization. Through those times, as I was working with a number of different companies, I had the opportunity to live in Columbus, Ohio, Orlando, Austin, Seattle, South Lake up in the Dallas area, and here in Conroe. So we've been in Conroe now for a little over 13 years. And I will tell everyone how blessed we are to be in Conroe and having the opportunity to travel the world. Some people go on vacations. We just moved there. But I will tell you that we're all blessed to be here in the Conroe area. So with that, I've had other significant training in change management, Six Sigma, sales management, business process optimization, management, and leadership. So a lot of specific training.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. Well, why don't you tell us a little about the organization you work with now?
Okay, before I really talk about that, I think something, and I think it was mentioned earlier today, but small businesses are the backbone of our economy. 75% of all payroll, 75% of all businesses are really small businesses. Yet, and when you look at it, you know, and actually, when you look at it, this is all businesses. Not all businesses have payroll, so I'm going to talk about all businesses. There's about almost 24 million businesses in the U.S. It's a 24 million, which is a pretty significant number. 23 million of those are 10 million or under. And if you look at that, the bulk of those, 22 million of those have under $1 million in revenue. So if you think about it, there's a significant amount of businesses out there generating $10 million or under. And unfortunately, one of the things that we see is in 10 years, over 90% of them go out of business.
Oh, man.
When you look at those under the first 2 years, it's going to be 45% of business startup go out of business. So I think I want to talk a little bit about those statistics to, one, make sure everybody understands that small businesses are the the backbone of our country, but at the same time, they have a lot of issues that really need help. So I wanted to kind of place that as a background to kind of talk a little bit about what AdviCoach does. So one of those things that, as we look at things, the amount of businesses that need help, and about 95% of them need help, or they wouldn't be going out of business. So we advise owners. A largest percentage of businesses do not have a plan. So they have a vision. They have a vision, and a lot of times we'll talk about mission, and there's a dream and a plan. So you really need to have a dream and a plan for yourselves to be successful. So it's real important to make sure that plans are put together. So one of the things that we do, AdviCoach, is really help businesses really help them understand what the possibilities of their business are. At the same time, then educate them, and then really work from an accountability perspective. Because a lot of times what happens is they have this dream, but there's no one that really holds them accountable. So a lot of times what happens, they go in, they go to work, they work in their business day after day after day, and really what happens is, instead of working on the business, they get really involved with doing kind of the negative things that happen on a day-to-day basis. I've got this emergency I have to take care of. I've got that emergency I have to take care of. And they don't take time out from their business to say, what do I want to accomplish? What do I want to end up like when I get rid of the business? How do I want to live my lifestyle? So as a company, we do things a little differently than some other coaching companies, and we really want to start with the owner. And we talk about something called ILWE, and that's income, lifestyle, wealth, and equity. And so the first thing we really do is talk to our owner and find out, okay, from a personal perspective, what do you want to be? What do you want to look like? What is your income that you're trying to accomplish? What lifestyle? You'll see a lot of business owners, they end up working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and they really kind of are owned by the business instead of being a business owner. So we really want to help them understand what do we want to do. And then as we understand what ILWI they have, then we start working with them from a strategic plan. And a strategic plan is not just numbers. Okay. So we really start looking at what are your as an owner, what are your core values? What are your beliefs? Okay. And so as we start working through that, we want to then also talk about what do you want to be in the next 10 to 20 years? Because there's the immediacy of today, but you have to have a dream.
Right.
Okay. So we really start talking about something called a BHAG, which is a big, hairy, audacious goal. Okay.
That's cute. I like that.
And so you go and look at some BHAGs for some people. And Nike back in the 1960s, theirs were essentially to defeat Adidas or something to that effect. Walmart may have been in 90, something to the effect of we want to be a $125 billion company. Well, at 90, and when people were talking about that, they were going, well, that's not even possible.
Right.
The fact is, when you put your mind to a lot of things and you write things down and you have a plan, you know why you're doing things, you can achieve certain, a lot of different things.
Yeah. Are you connected?
I'm connected. All right.
Is that it? That's kind of your platform, your format, and what you do?
Correct.
Well, that's really interesting, and I like the idea that you're working with small businesses, because I think that's, like you said, that's really the backbone of our country. So, what if somebody's interested in contacting you? How does that work?
Well, there's a number of different ways to contact me. You can go to my website, which is jstacy.advicoach.com.
Okay.
Could email me at jstacy, and there's no E in Stacy, by the way, jstacy at AdviCoach, AdviCoach.com. Those are the two primary ways to contact me.
Great.
Chamber members could contact me on the Chamber website.
Yep.
So those are the primary ways to contact me.
And you have.
I think you were going to ask the same question.
We have 2 lunch and learns for you coming up in this week. One is this week. It's a lunch and learn on Wednesday, tomorrow, from 11:30 to 1.
Correct.
And it's at the Chamber office. And then we have another one next Wednesday as well from 11:30 to 1. They're both lunch and learn, so you can come and have lunch and learn a little bit and help make your business better. Yeah. What are the two topics that you're talking about?
Okay, so this week is really strategic planning, going through some of the statistics I talked about earlier, but then going through conceptually what we need to do to get to a strategic plan, and then more importantly, that after the strategic plan is how do you execute? Because just because you put it, the first step is to put it down on paper, which is a huge step for a lot of people, but being able to execute, then to put plans in place to give people the responsibility, a time frame, an action to complete. And to be able to communicate that to your team, because I've also seen in a lot of owners may have a plan, but they don't communicate it to anybody.
Yes, that's definitely important. What is the topic for next week?
The next week really is about building value in your company. It's something called Value Builder, and we'll be talking about the 8 factors which drive the ability of your company to increase its value from a multiple. So if you were to looking at selling your company, basically we've got some factors that have been put together over thousands of sales, and the ability to increase that value up to about 71% of the multiple of your pre-tax earnings.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
Right.
And who doesn't need either one of those two things?
Exactly.
If you're a small business, both of those seminars will be wonderful and do great things for your business. Yeah. And you can find more information about those 2 seminars on our website, www.conroe.org, and go to our calendar page, and you can sign up for them, and you can come and attend and find more information. Why don't you give your website one more time for people to get in contact with you?
Okay, www.advicoach.com.
Perfect.
All right.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much, John.
Yes, we enjoyed having you.
And learning more about AdviCoach, and some of those statistics are just fantastic. Yeah. So hopefully these small businesses will get out there and learn more so we can help them succeed.
Yep.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We'll be back with Chamber Chat in a few moments.
Doing business since 1985, Assistance League of Montgomery County is a nonprofit, all-volunteer organization where all proceeds stay in Montgomery County. Through our Operation School Bell program, we have provided new clothes to over 50,000 students in our county. Visit our thrift shop at 126 North San Jacinto Street in downtown Conroe or call us at 936-760-1151. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Tune in to Chamber Chat with your host, Courtney Galle and Samantha Good, with the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce, every first Tuesday of the month at 11 a.m. I'm one of your hosts, Courtney Galle. Samantha and I will chat about the Conroe Chamber's upcoming events and programs for the month. Relax with a cup of joe or your favorite drink for Chamber Chat.
Hello, Montgomery County. I'm Rachel Baldwin with Special Olympics Texas, Area 6. Are you a fan of courage? Are you a fan of determination? Are you a fan of acceptance, grace, and skill? Then you're already a fan of Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, and/or compete and be a fan of dignity and acceptance. The dedication of our Special Olympics Texas volunteers provides mainstreaming experiences for athletes with intellectual disabilities. You will touch the heart of another person, and it will move you in a meaningful way that lifts the spirit. Please visit the Heart of East Texas Area 6 webpage at www.sltx.org. Also, like us on Facebook to be a fan and be part of Special Olympics Texas.
And welcome back to Chamber Chat. We want to thank our last guest, John Stacy, for joining us and talking about his organization and small businesses. And we're going to wrap up today talking about some of the special events and programs we have coming up at the Chamber.
What you got coming up, Courtney?
I got some good stuff coming up. In January, on the 16th, we're going to be having our annual Chairman's Ball.
Ooh.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite events of the year.
Yes. It's our fanciest event, so it's black tie optional. It honors our outgoing chair, so this year is going to be honoring Dr. Dawn Stockton, the CISD superintendent. If you want to come, you need to purchase your tickets and your tables now.
They're selling out quick.
Yes, so very limited seating. Tickets are $80 or a table of 10 is $800. So contact me at the Chamber, Courtney G at Conroe.org if you want to come. It's at La Torretta. It's a very beautiful event. We'll be celebrating Dr. Stockton and having some music and a casino provided by Post Oak Bank. So our presenting sponsors are Sam Houston and Hadco again this year. So we're really grateful for them and all of our sponsors for that event. So, and then on the 26th, we're having our job fair. So if you're a job seeker, we're going to be having some workshops before the job fair this year. So go to our website, Conroe.org, to find out when those workshops are going to be. They're free for job seekers. It's going to be like resume writing and interview skills. There'll be 4 of those. And then the job fair is January 26th at the Lone Star Convention Center. If you are a business and want to have a booth, you can contact me as well. And then in February, we'll have the Go Texan Parade. We'll talk more about that in February. So, yep.
Well, fantastic. I'm looking forward to all that stuff.
Yes.
Chairman's Ball will be a lot of fun.
Yes, it's a very fun event. Yeah. So definitely have to come and gamble and dance and drink and celebrate Dr. Stockton and his year of excellence. So,
well, we have a couple other Chamber programs coming up this week. We have Young Professionals on Thursday at the Chamber from 11:30 to 1.
My last one?
Your last one.
I'm going to age out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Courtney. Don't go into a life of crime. We have Danielle Shiner from Economic Development who will be talking to us about what economic development does and some of the projects they have going on around the county, around Conroe, and just some growth that's happening. So it should be a great talk. Yay. Who doesn't want to know more about what kind of stuff is happening in Conroe? They've got a lot of exciting things going on.
And Danielle is awesome.
Danielle is wonderful.
My former boss, good friend.
She is wonderful, so I'm very glad that she will be speaking. And then next week we have our Exploring Your Membership on Tuesday morning at the Chamber from 8:30 to 9:30. You can learn a little bit more about Chamber membership.
Yay.
On Wednesday we have our networking breakfast at Berry Hill in the Woodlands from 7:30 to 9. And you can find out more about all of these events on our website at www.conroe.org. You can sign up. You can see what stuff we have going on, what stuff the community has going on. So go check it out. And we thank you so much for joining us on Chamber Chat today.
Thanks to our guests.
Thank
and
you to
everybody
our
have
guests.
a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2016.
Bye.